Hi guys, Resi Fan, can't remember the numbers here with another review. It's a PC game, and it was, I think, the best in the 90s, one of the best fighting games of the 90s, and it still is today. And the newest game is Mortal Kombat vs DC Universe for the PS3 and Xbox. Believe it or not, I have the original Mortal Kombat by Midway and Virgin. And I can't remember what year it is. 1992, so this was 3 years before I was born this came out. I just want to say, this fighting game, when I played it, the first time ever, it was the most colourful, most violent, but funnest fighting game, I think. This is probably the best fighting game I think I've ever played. And there's a lot out there. Most of them are like, so it ends here. And they're just stupid and rubbish and all of that. You have to excuse me. I've got a bit of a cold, so I'm going to blow my nose. Swine flu. No, not really. But anyway, on with this review. So, Mortal Kombat. The characters are Raiden, who is like a guy who can let electric come out of his hands. Can't remember the other guy's name, but he's a criminal. He's escaped from a prison. Just need to write some stuff down quickly. And all of them sort of things. I just gotta get a pen. And loads more characters. My favourite is Louis Chang. He's like a Bruce Lee guy. I always go with the Bruce Lee, like Kung Fu guys. I have no idea why. I'm just gonna check my email. And it's just absolutely, you know, magnificently brilliant. I just love this game. So, I'm just going to quickly mark it. So, what do I think of the game? Well, for a start, the gameplay. Just like any other fighting game, it's like a tournament. You have to win the tournament, to go to the next round, you have to beat someone. Like a darts match, for instance. You have to win a match, or I'll beat someone up in this case as a fighting game. You have to do that, then you do other stuff, and then you get to the last play. I think the best I've ever got to is round 4, and then they're just like so fast, like, and I'm like, I just feel like going, what the hell am I doing? That's my mum, and I'm just really can't go further. I'm going to hopefully get this installed on my computer today, which is my laptop. So I'll be playing it, and then maybe I'll have some gameplay of it. So I've got the original. As long as I have a computer that works with this game, I will never, and I repeat this, never sell that, because that is a good game. It says here, not suitable for people under 50. The only reason is because they got the like sugar paper kind of blood that comes out, and then when they get a spike, they're like, eh. That's the only reason, and it's just covering up. It was the 90s, and violence today is nowhere near as bad. It's worse than it is in the 90s. So this would probably be like a 12 now, at the most. You know, so the gameplay for this game, like I said, it's tournament. You have to win after win after win after win to go on. So that happens. Then you got the graphics. Now bear in mind they're the 80s. Like I said, very colourful. It's like I think they might have got some people like, I think it's Louis, what's his name? Louis Kong, that's the guy who, like the Bruce Lee guy. So it looks like on this back cover here, because it's like here, I don't think you can see it because it's a bit dark, but it looks like actually a really real person. So they must have brought someone in who looked just like who they got as him, CGI'd him and put him in the game like as a video character. So like he just did all the moves like that, and they just added it into whatever you push on the game. So I think if they did do that, I think that's very cool. So the graphics for the time were like the best there was, I think. What else? The controls for this game, very simple. Kick, high kick, low kick. Punch, high punch, low punch. no special attacks. There was no need for special attacks. Every player, I mean, I think it's Scorpion. Yeah, Scorpion, the guy who wears the yellow robes, kind of. He has this claw thing in his hand. He can just go like that, put this like spear thing attached to a string through their heart practically, and pull them towards him and go and uppercut them. That's pretty cool. Him, Sub-Zero, and I think it's the Reptile were I think the fastest. They're ninjas, I know, but they're really fast. I mean, Scorpion could be on this half, and then before you know it, Sub-Zero could be fighting him, and all of a sudden, and it'd go the other side. You know, it'd be really weird, but very cool. So the controls are simple and okay. And now for the difficulty. Like I said, I've only ever got the furthest, and that's very rare. I've never got to round 4 since this. It's really hard. So if you're gonna have an easy fighting game, if you're gonna get this game and you don't want it to be too hard, can I suggest you buy a very easy fighting game, like for instance Super Smash Brothers Brawl or something. I think it's like Super Smash Brawl or something on the Wii with Mario, Solid Snake and all of them. It's really bad, apparently. People are saying, oh, it's one of the worst fighting games in history. I haven't played it. It looks quite cool, I think, but I haven't played it, so don't judge me. Anyway, get that game if you have a Wii, or if you can get it on the console. Get it, play it, and then work your way up to Mortal Kombat, because then you'll be an expert at the game and you'll hopefully get past level 4. I just jumped into this when I got it, so I didn't really do that much all preparing. I'm not going to do any preparing today because I'm an idiot. But I have been playing some fighting games about 2 weeks ago, so if that counts, you know. So the difficulty is really hard, so it's really hard. So it's time for me to rate it. There's about, just before I rate it though, there's about 10 to 15 characters, I can't remember. Doesn't say because there's not much on the back. It's about 10 to 15 characters, about 8 to 15, sorry, I think there's 8. Okay. So, it's time for me to rate it. So, this game, I think, is a really good game. You should pick it up if you see it. They've got they come out with loads of Mortal Kombat games since, it's like Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks and all them. So it's time for me to rate it. Gameplay, 8 out of 10. Graphics, 9 out of 10, because my battery's getting low so I'm running. Controls, 7 out of 10. Difficulty, 10 out of 10. So that makes it a total of 34 out of 40. So it's as good as another game I'm going to be reviewing soon. You must pick this up. It's in the above 20 range, so it's a really good game. Out of stars, I'm